Hello, good morning. Happiest of birthdays to all of the April 26 babies out there. This is going to be a message for the next 24 hours from whenever you happen to see this video, whether it's April 26 where you are or some other time. We're setting the intention here for the next 24 hours and see what message is coming up here for all those drawn to this video. So the card that we have coming up here for you all is the Two of Wands. This is a good one. This is a juicy one. All right, now, traditionally, Two of Wands is a card that can be seen as decisions and choices. It's also a card that can be seen as partnerships, and it kind of has a really specific meaning when it comes up for me in my readings. One thing I need to say about this card, it really needs to be clarified. I know a lot of people are used to watching tarot readings for love and romance. And so unfortunately, Two of Wands gets typecast as like somebody's being unfaithful. Somebody is, got a third-party situation going on. And sometimes that can be the meaning of the Two of Wands, but that's not like the assigned meaning of the card. And I just need to say that like to get out of that typecast thinking, because this is a much deeper card than that. It can be business partnerships, and some of you may be forming business partnerships at this time, or some kind of alliance in a career or work situation. However, Two of Wands is choices and decisions and having to weigh those options carefully. Okay? And the specific meaning that comes up for me in this card is expectation versus reality. Okay, sometimes we go into a situation and we have really high expectations, and then we get into the situation and we're very, very, very disappointed. And so Two of Wands for me in a reading comes up to say this opportunity, this partnership, this, sometimes even it could be a relationship, can be very good for you. It can be very positive, but you need to make sure that you're on the same page here. And you need to make sure that things are communicated before going into it. Okay? And I've given this example before. Somebody might say, hey, why don't you come and visit me for a while and stay with me? And you can, just, quit the job that you hate and, look for a job out here, or go back to school, or like you might have like a good friend or a family member telling you this, and they're like, you just help me out around the house. And you're thinking that you're going to do like maybe cook a couple of meals a couple of times a week, or, vacuum once in a while. And you get there and they're like, oh, there's a hole in the roof. Can you patch the hole on the roof? And oh, I have to work late every night this week. Do you mind though, watching the kids and getting them ready for school in the morning? And you're like, wait a minute, I didn't know that this is what you meant when you said help around the house. So it's just an example. So this is a good time to ask, okay, like, what kinds of things would I be helping with? How often, right? Making sure you get this figured out and you get the boundaries set up going in. Oh no, I'm not comfortable doing that kind of stuff. Or, oh well, I'd be willing to help with that stuff, but twice a week, or like whatever it might be. So getting the boundaries in place, getting the agreements in place, so that you're going into the situation without the unpleasant surprise. Some of you might be offered some kind of work, or some kind of, it could even be a promotion in an existing position, but the Two of Wands comes up to say you need to do your research and you need to find out what is within your rights, or what is within your value for the work that you're providing. What is the market value for the work that you're providing, so that you can go in and you can negotiate? Because a lot of the times for me, Two of Wands is somebody's going to benefit from you tremendously, and they know that you have no idea how much they're going to benefit from you, and they take advantage and they lowball you. But if you know the worth and the value of what you're bringing to the table and how beneficial it is for them, then you're in the position where you can negotiate for yourself. Okay? So if you are looking for a certain position or a certain position is being offered to you, do a little bit of research about that position. How much is it going for in your area? And also, what are the requirements of that position or of that title? Because a lot of places, what they'll do is they'll take 2 or 3 positions and they'll smash them together and they'll give them to you under one like umbrella salary. And you could say, well, I noticed that the job responsibilities are this, and that, and that's really the job responsibilities of such and such position, and these are the job responsibilities of such and such position, and I see it's all just kind of put in together here. And so since this is technically 2 or 3 positions or 2 or 3 departments, I think, such and such salary would be fair, right? Like, it's putting you in a place where you can go into a situation with logic, right? When you're going into a situation with logic, somebody has to acknowledge that, and so for some of you, this is a good time to do your homework and figure out what you're bringing to the table. Maybe even like something in terms of like financial, like finding out financially where to set your price or where to set your asking salary, and to be able to support it with facts. Like, this is why this is a fair amount, this is why this is what I deserve. But the Two of Wands is choices and decisions, and making sure that you're getting what you deserve, getting what you're worth, making sure that you have gone over things before coming into an agreement, so that you don't have disappointment, or so that it can be a smooth transition. One of the examples that I give about this card when it comes to relationships, right? You might have somebody that says to you, oh, you know what, I really like you, but I don't want to rush. I just kind of want to go slow right now. And you might think, oh yeah, totally, me too, I'm not looking to rush. But your definition of going slow and their definition of going slow may be 2 completely different things. You might go into the situation thinking that it's a monogamous situation, and that person, for them, going slow might mean, well, I'm not committing anytime soon, so I can date or see other people. And you might be under the impression that this is something monogamous when it's not. And your idea of going slow may be different than their idea of going slow. You might be thinking, oh, well, we'll just kind of take a few months and see if we see a future here. And this person may be thinking, like they're never gonna commit, or they're never gonna that they're gonna avoid that as long as possible. So there's nothing wrong with saying, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds good, totally, we can go slow, but what does that mean to you? Like, what is your idea of going slow? Ask questions. Have this person define to you what they're telling you. That way, it can be a wonderful experience. You may really enjoy getting to know this person. But at the same time, you won't have any unpleasant surprises, because you'll know what you're getting into going in. And you can set down your boundary. And you can say, yeah, I'm all about going slow too, but I'm looking for a committed relationship. And in my opinion, I think 2 or 3 months is a good amount of time to figure out if you want somebody to be your boyfriend, or if you want somebody to be your girlfriend. I think 2 or 3 months is a good amount of time to figure out if you're going to put a label on something, or 6 months, or whatever your time frame is. And that way you let that person know, right? Like, what your expectations are. And they have that in their mind. Okay, well, if I like this person, right, like, I'm going to have to, step up, or I'm going to have to make my mind up within this period of time. So it's just a good idea to ask questions, so that you're not going into a situation expecting one thing and getting something entirely different. Because sometimes the situation is not bad. Like, it has a lot of good stuff to offer us, but because it's not what we were expecting, we're very unhappy, or we become very resentful. And that all could be avoided if we're going over things, going over the choices, going over the options, and communicating about how we're going to move forward. Whether it's business, whether it's romance, whether it's a roommate situation, whether it's an artistic collaboration or creative collaboration, communication is key. Okay? Be sure to check out the weekly forecasts if you haven't already. Those are linked in the description of the video. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, link in the description of the video will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite. A lot of you responded to my question from yesterday, and it seems the majority of you want something online. A lot of you cannot afford to travel or have really strict restrictions in place right now that are preventing you from even being able to travel. And so I'm understanding of that. So I guess my next question here is, would you all prefer like a one-time online class if there's a way for me to stream something? Or would you prefer like instructional videos that you could purchase and you could go back and you could watch or rewatch? I guess that would be my next question. So thank you, those of you who are providing feedback, and hopefully I can get something out here that's going to be beneficial and helpful for people, because that is my goal. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in tomorrow's message. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.